Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Market Track with Abuzar. We are into May now and we'll take a look at all the housing activity within the month of April for the Ottawa region. Lots happening. We got rate hikes impacting the market. We have external things happening, wars and so on. Market's not doing too good, stock market. And I think at the moment there is opportunity to be had for certain type of homes in certain brackets. So please stay tuned and watch the whole video. What to buy, what to sell. We'll go through everything and we'll strategize to help you guys out. As always, please do remember to like this video and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's get going. All right, so what's going on with our housing market within the Ottawa region? I feel like there has been an impact, and we'll go through the numbers and you'll see that the interest rate hike, especially the variable rate that we're taking a look at, relative to what Bank of Canada is doing with the overnight rate, has made an impact on the overall activity. The average prices have dropped slightly, but I feel like this is a temporary thing. I do keep getting the question, is the market slowing down? Is the market slowing down? It really depends on what type of property you're looking at. I feel like right now the best opportunities to be had is for older mid-unit townhomes and certain bungalows in certain areas. So that's basically opportunity for you to take a look at what's hot, what's in demand, and what's continuous. I feel like for buyers that are looking for newer built homes, this is going to be an ongoing struggle and it will not end for any time soon, just because of the lack of inventory for newer built homes. So as far as builders go, building new homes will be very slower, and this will have an impact on new purchases as well as newer resale homes. So if you're looking for something newer build, I highly recommend now is the time to go for it, because I don't see this calming down anytime soon. If you're looking for yourselves to buy an investment property or to reside inside a home, and that specific type of home perhaps maybe a townhome and older, sometimes, you know, with you updating it, or something that has been already updated but an aged or older townhouse is an option for you, perhaps now would be the good timing. Now, what happened with the rates? They increased the rates. Usually it's always like that. This is not the first time Bank of Canada is doing this, or the banks have raised fixed rates. It's always been an ongoing thing through the years. And the first thing that happens is a shock. Everybody holds back. Okay, hold on, I gotta do my numbers again, and it's given, right? Because you got if you haven't got pre-approvals or your pre-approvals are expired, you gotta redo all the numbers over again, specifically if you're doing refinancing and so on. So then you hold back, you keep looking at the market. Is everything, dropping? Hey, maybe there's a few opportunities here and there, but overall, waiting, you're gonna see that no, the number of buyers are consistent, they're increasing, and you're just seeing more competition as a buyer, and you're saying no, now is the time. So it's very interesting because almost all buyers think very alike. They hold back for some time, and for an awkward reason, that timing is very similar to one another, and all of a sudden they decide to go back to that market again because they're not seeing anything major happening, and hence we see another increase in prices and multiple bids happening. And I think this is what we'll see in the weeks to come. Of course, there's lots of things to consider with wars happening, the stock market and so on not doing so well. But I feel like regarding the housing and the implementation even of the government doing the rate hikes, this is a temporary solution. This is an artificial stimulation of the market because of the inflation, and it will not last long because the government itself has a lot of dependency on sale of homes. So housing plays a huge part on the GDP, and they cannot just deal with a cooling market and I think it's more politics than anything else. So if you are in the market to purchase something, I think the best time is now. Don't wait around like other buyers, hold back and all of a sudden go at it like everybody else, because you're gonna just keep facing the same issues, the same multiple bids over and over again. So this is not a never-ending solution. If that's what you're thinking of, unless the government steps in, does something to make a difference in terms of new development, new housing development, and I re-emphasize on that, or creates some sort of incentive for builders for them to assess their risks and for them to open up and keep building and not holding back as much as they have, because in their minds everything is iffy, and if the government is cracking down, it means lesser opportunities. So everybody is cautious in that sense. So that's my 2 piece on that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers on what's been happening for the month of April. We'll take a look at the general and we'll go specifically in each category: condominiums, freehold non-condominiums, and also the rental market for those investors or for those renters looking to rent properties. All right, so looking at the numbers, residential freeholds, looking at the number of sales, in 2021 we had 1,853 versus 2022 1,419, and that is a drop of 23%. Now looking at the average sales for this category, 2021, the average sale price was 743,000 approximately, and now in 2022 we had $829,000. So that's an increase of almost 12% month over month. And look at that. I mean, sure that the average price might be fluctuating slightly, but I mean still we're far apart from what it was last year. Looking at the condominium market, we are looking at for 2022 470 units number of sales, and 2021 541. That's a drop of almost 13%. And looking at the average price for the condominium market, we had for 2022 473,000 versus 2021 426,000 approximately, and again that's an increase of 11%. So the condo market is doing very well year over year. Okay, so I'll let you guys take a look at the rest yourselves, and now we'll get into each category separately, looking at the charts. First off, for the residential freeholds, for the month of April, we had 1,008 sold unit and 832 active units. Now you'll see this for the month of April, and partially for May. You see this gap getting narrower, and these two getting closer to one another. I believe this may be a temporary thing until again everybody settles down, and still with the rates we're seeing, we're not high up there at all. So I know it may be $200, $300, $400, $500 per month. It's really squeezing everybody's cash flow, these interest rates, in terms of the borrowing you're doing. But again, for a lot of individuals, they can do cutbacks in certain parts of their household spending just to be able to make this up. So this interest rates you're seeing, I believe we have the potential to pay more, if you want to look at it that way, and this perhaps may be an ongoing thing. Looking at the year before, we had higher sales, 1,304 units sold versus 745 active listings. So the listing, the percentage has not varied so much, but the number of sales have for the residential free market. Taking a look at the ratio, list price versus sold for the month of April, 110%. So we see a drop from the 114 that we saw in February. Again, the average prices, list prices have also gone up. So that's something to remember. So this is partially due to the rate hike, as well as the average prices, list prices increasing, and the solds in relevance. Year over year, looking at previous April, it was 112% approximately. Looking at the average sale price per month, yes, we have dropped in the residentials. Look at that, 890,000, whereas it was 911,000. It's not a major thing. I think this will be continuous a bit, but overall, if you graph this over maybe a year over year, we will see incline in my opinion. And looking at the previous year, again over year, April 2021, you had 796,000 versus 890,000. So drastic change year over year in terms of average sale price. Looking at the number of days a home sits on the market, residential freehold, and we're steady at 8 days. So homes are selling steadily as far as the number of days. All right, looking at the condominium market. So this is, again, very relative, a new thing I feel like in the condo market, because mostly last year we saw active listings surpassing number of sales. Now things are changing, demand more for condo fees, and it's relative to the demand in the residential freehold. A lot of people are looking at other options as well. So looking at the month of April, we had 451 units sold versus 379 active listings, and the year before, April 2021, we had 515 sold units and 394 active listings. So very similar to what we saw last year. Looking at the ratio of list versus sold, we are lower, so we dropped from the previous month. We're at 107%, whereas it was almost 110% month over month, and a year before almost very similar, 107 or 108% April of 2021. And this is an interesting thing to keep an eye on to see what happens with the condo market, because condo markets, they tend to fluctuate more, so it's interesting to keep an eye on. Look at that, the average sold price has dropped as well for condominiums, 478,000 approximately for April 2022, and looking at the previous year, 435,000 almost at April 2021. So we have gone up, again, not a significant difference as we saw with the residential freeholds, but again, this is certainly a change for the condo market. Looking at the number of days condo unit takes to sell, you're looking at 10 days, 10, 11 days. Again, very similar to previous year as well. So not much has changed. This just shows you that the demand is steady. Looking at the rental market now, a lot of investors or people looking to rent, they always want to see what's been happening. I reiterate, I keep saying this for landlords as well looking to purchase investment properties, and people who are looking to rent in the next few months. And so I think the timing is somewhat now for renters to rent and for landlords to be patient. Because of all the pressures we've been feeling in the market, eventually in a year and a half from now, we will face the reality that the rent prices will go up. And the landlords or investors that are looking to do, investments right now, yes, it may be just almost balancing your sheets, or even paying out of pocket in some instances. That is just a temporary thing. I feel like this will change, and you will see the rental prices increase. And look at our chart here. April 2022, we had active listings 547 versus 476 rented units. Versus last year, April 2021, we had 358 rented units and 390 active. So it's really following a very similar trend as last year, but I feel like the inventory will not get to what it was before around October or November of last year, just because of the activity in the housing market. And looking at the number of days a rental unit sits on the market, and as you can see, this reflects what I'm talking about. It's actually declining. So we are dropping in the number of days a home rents, a rental property rents, and that's 25 days versus 21 days last year. So not much has changed. This shows you demand. This shows that the demand for the rental market is steady. and that is a positive thing. And I think again this will impact eventually the prices. So there you have it. What to do, what not to do. It's a tough market. Looking for purchasing new build. I think it will be a challenge. It's a challenging market overall, but the new build market seems to be extremely hot, and I really hope that the in terms of the politicians, the easiest method or route to go would not be just coming up with regulation for foreign buyers and the rate increases and so on. I think a step forward from the municipal, provincial and federal government is key to helping out, helping everybody out here, especially domestically with our younger crowd being able to get their hands on homes and home ownership. Otherwise, I feel like this may be just a delay. The rate hikes, just a delay. The regulations, foreign buyer ban, just a delay to get votes and just somehow miraculously pull ourselves out of this. A mini recession that we're feeling right now, and everything will be okay tomorrow. I think planning is everything, and that's what we need. We need the politicians to plan instead of to delay and to look for a way just to get the votes and just to be in office for a couple more years. So that's my take on it, guys. I hope it was helpful. Please feel free to reach out to me, phone call, text, email. I always love to help everybody out and love to chat with you guys, perhaps over a cup of coffee anytime. And as always, please do remember to like this video and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, and see you in the next episode. Take care.